All right, well, good afternoon, everybody. Let me first of all welcome you and thank you all for being here, and certainly just want to thank the great legislative partners that we have beside me and behind me, and appreciate Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones and Speaker John Burns for being here, as well as the Appropriations Chairman, Blake Tillery from the Senate, and Matt Hatchett from the House, and certainly want to congratulate Chairman Hatchett on his first budget. A lot of good work, and I'm just very appreciative of both of their time and efforts that they've made, along with the rest of the members of the General Assembly from both chambers and parties who voted for the budget. Certainly glad to have the First Lady with us today, observing our activities to make sure we don't get out of line. I also want to thank OPB Director Kelly Farr and his team for the hard work and preparation for my proposed budget that has now been put to work with these good folks behind us and a lot of their priorities, so we're grateful for that. I signed the budget last Friday, the amended budget that was worked on by all of these stakeholders, and these partners have been critical in getting this budget across the finish line, enabling us to make strong investments in our classrooms, our workforce, public safety, and much more. This mid-year budget includes a lot of benefits for hard-working Georgians, but I'm most thankful that it delivers on the promises I made last year to the people of our great state, and it's geared to help them fight through 40-year high inflation. At the time, I said we couldn't fix everything that Washington, D.C. had broken, but we will do what we can to help Georgia families and businesses here in our state. And while some on the federal level are pushing a budget with raises on taxes of Americans, we're giving money back to the people through our budget because they know best how to use it. Last year, we returned over $1 billion to the taxpayers of Georgia through a state income tax refund. This year, as you know, we are doing that again, giving $250 back to single filers, $500 to those who file jointly. And as I promised on my campaign, the FY budget I signed on, or the amended budget I signed on Friday, will give nearly $1 billion back to Georgians for homeowner tax relief, saving them around $500 on their property tax bill. I'm also proud that this budget includes $3.5 million in grants to increase nursing student capacity and grow this critical part of our healthcare workforce. And we've also allocated $5 million to support paraprofessionals in becoming certified teachers, ensuring that we have more educators for our classrooms. And ensure that our students and all those who teach and support them remain safe, this budget includes over $115 million in school security grants that will be given to each school in the state, $50,000 each, to improve their campus safety. These are just a few of the items included in this budget, and you'll hear from others mentioned today as well. But when you add them up and look at the budget as whole, it demonstrates some things I hope the feds are mindful of during their own budget process. That you can hold the line on spending, that you can use innovation to make government more efficient and streamlined, and that you do not have to raise taxes on people to do that. That's what the men and women here today have proven with this budget, and I look forward to proving again with the FY 2024 budget that continues to go through the legislative process. Georgia, as we say all the time, is the best state to live, work, and raise a family, and it is because of the choices made in this budget by these group of legislators that are here today, and I look forward to working with them to keep it that way. With that, I'll turn it over to our Lieutenant Governor, Burt Jones.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Governor Kemp, for that introduction and a good synopsis of everything that we covered in the amended budget. I want to thank our Appropriations Chair, Blake Tillery, and the House Appropriations Chairs, Matt Hatchett, and all your Appropriations members, all your subcommittee chairs, on a job well done. It's been a pleasure, as I've said many times before, working with both the House and the governor's office on this amended budget. I am proud that the hard work we put in, the great thing about having a $6 billion surplus is we are allowed to fulfill a lot of needs, but the bad part about having a $6 billion surplus is everybody thinks their needs will be met, and we have to make the tough decisions in doing that. But I think the governor has been spot on with giving $1 billion back to the taxpaying citizens of the state, a promise he made on the campaign trail, which we were glad to support in the Senate, and I know the House as well. We're also excited about funding to mental health counselors, increased funding to mental health counselors across the state, and adding funding to a new veterans mental health facility in Hinesville, Georgia, something that we were very proud of in the Senate. And we'll continue to work on the big budget, but I think all in all, the amended budget was a big success, and a lot of it has to do with the cooperation between all branches, the House, the Senate, and the executive branch, which I said has been very good, and it's been an honor to work with Speaker Burns and Governor Kemp on these budgetary items. So I will turn it over to the Speaker, and we'll take questions after the Speaker's done. Speaker.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor, Governor Kemp. How about daylight savings time? I'm not there yet. I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to get there. But good afternoon. It's great to be with all of you as we mark Governor Kemp's signing of our amended fiscal year 2023 budget. This budget is evidence of our continuing commitment to making strategic investments while returning every dollar of taxpayer money that we can. There's much to be proud in this document. I may repeat a couple of things, but they're worth repeating. Returning nearly $1 billion of taxpayer dollars funds through the homestead tax relief grant. $26.7 million to provide a one-time payment of $500 to the state's ERS retirees. We're proud of that. $105 million for the Medical College of Georgia to implement a new electronic medical record system. We're awfully proud of that. I want to commend my dear friend and colleague, Appropriations Chairman Matt Hatchett. Chairman Hatchett, his subcommittee chairs, and all the members of this committee, as well as the House Budget and Research staff, for their work on this budget, as well as Chairman Tillery and his staff, as their great work is appreciated. I also want to thank Governor Kemp, Lieutenant Governor Jones, and certainly, again, a gentleman that has worked really hard, but Appropriations Chair Tillery, for their work and working shoulder to shoulder with our group to make sure we work seamlessly throughout this process. As our work continues on the fiscal year 2024 budget, we remain to being good stewards of and working together on this budget in a way that serves the needs of all Georgians. Thank you for being with us this afternoon, and I'll turn it back over to Governor Kemp to take any questions you may have.
I feel certain the Speaker answer your questions too. I would just say in closing, I just again want to thank the Speaker, the Lieutenant Governor, the Appropriation Chairs for being here, and again, congratulations to Chairman Hatchett on your first budget. Job well done, everybody. Thank you all very much.